right, kids, it's party time. How you doing, Roy?
Woohoo! I'm ready for party.
Yeah, you ready for party?
Yeah. A pumpkin-filled party.
Surly Dad is in the house.
Surly Dad is in the house. Guy's got such a awesome announcer voice. Whoever that is. All right, let me bring my desk a little closer to me here. Got some music playing. Let's bring this up over here. So we're doing a lot of architectural stuff is what we were doing yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We were working on getting magic to work.
Yes.
And the magic is, I was using this in my test, Ray of Frost, and looking at the on cast. So I added the command to select a target here, and then we call give magic reduce speed 1 turn. So give magic is going to give it to the target.
So the idea here is that you cast your spell, you invoke whatever it is that you need to do to cause this effect, and then the magical effect is transferred, is given to your target, and it then resides with them, affecting them for whatever duration that is.
Yeah. Sully says, do you remember the other week when you said I should have a fleet of drones? Maybe.
Uh-oh.
This isn't going anywhere. You're just asking me if I'm remembering that, right?
There are no side effects to this question, yeah?
Surly. Oh no, what's going on? Here it comes. He's got a fleet of drones, but they're all super close. That's awesome. He's got Copybeard, the real Surly Bot, Surly Dev, and Fred of the Cat. That's awesome.
Now you got to control them all simultaneously, right? In different directions.
I got to get him a different place to go put his stuff in here. Oh yeah, this is not good. What? So what? You're typing in SFD and it's doing the rest? Is that what's happening? The Surly Fleet down?
So he's like one of those aerial display teams now. He's got moves that will separate them, send them in predetermined directions, loop the loop, and then form back up, right?
That's awesome. That's awesome. What do you think about that, Fred? Fred says, all right, that's good. All right, cool. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, all right. I guess I got to get a separate, we got to work on getting a separate chat room. Whoa, who's this? We're going to hyperspace. We're going to another dimension.
Looking good.
Codebase Alpha.
Welcome, Codebase Alpha. And welcome,
Alpha.
Surly, for that matter.
Yeah, glad you guys are here. Whoops, let's see. All right.
And of course, Frida the Cat, Copper's Beard, the real Surly Bot.
Yeah.
He gets many welcomes.
That's so much fun. That's so much fun. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm going to give you another room to play with because I want to start seeing formations. I want to see things starting going boom, 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 taking one apart like this.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be really fun. Okay. That's really fun. Kobe Selva says, I'm glad the real Surly Bot is here. Yeah, no, you got me. I'm entranced. I'm also thinking about changing this code a little bit because I don't like the kind of implicit target selection and then the implicit, as well, give magic,
Yeah.
I think I don't. I'm thinking about changing the code to something like this.
Yeah.
Whoops. What was that?
Ooh, that was different.
Yeah, it looks like it expanded target when I hit the, I see. I hit the space here and it expanded it to take spell from target. I have to escape if I just want that, I think. Okay. I'm thinking about this instead.
Yeah. It's clearer to read.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Let's play with that. Full programming language, ahoy.
Point yesterday where you were considering, however, multiple targets, as if targets was a list.
Yeah, no, you're right. But that still could
So-
be multiples coming back, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, do we have 2 songs playing at once or no? No, I think we're one.
I don't know. I think that's good.
Um,
Quite like that one. It's nice.
all right, so select target's going to bring back a target is what's going to be. And so that's going to give me a target object back. Let's go look at the code. I think I'm going to make this change here and see if we can get it to work. I've never worked with the script editor in terms of supporting local variables, but I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure I recall reading that it does. So we should be able to do that.
Yeah.
So let's change this up a bit. I'm going to close the app. I'm just checking to make sure it was saved. We're going to go find our way down to the functions here. Select target was one of those. Notice we are setting active target to target here.
Yes.
I'm almost thinking we're going to get rid of that. We're going to let that be independent, and we're just going to return ea.target. So the type we're returning is of type target, which has got all kinds of different data on what we're targeting, whether it could be a list of creatures, a list of players in the game, active players manned by humans, other kinds of details as well. The attack target type, spell target shape. None of these are really set yet that I'm aware of. But for spell targets, we can choose it's a creature, it's a point, it's a line, it's a cone, sphere, circle, cube, etc. All of those things are kind of out there. I think also we'll see that we'll have the ability to kind of fill in these enums in future versions of this. We're going to add some parameters here. I'll put this down right here. To do add parameters to support filtering, setting the target, like spell target shape. Okay, all right, so now this is going to return the target. I think it's going to hold it, be able to hold it inside of that local variable. Then the next piece that we call is give magic. And we're going to have to add a new parameter in here. Just write your own version of Link. I don't know if he's suggesting that as a serious option or if he's mocking me because this is the show. Well, today we're going to write our own version of blank, right? That's kind of what we've been doing. Just about almost everything is created from scratch. But what are your thoughts? Do you have any other thoughts on that, Rory? Yeah, he's got
I'm just wondering what happens when you start putting refactorings into this, and now you're actually competing with the Code Rush team.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Who can put things in quickest?
No. I'm intentionally going to stop. I am not going to make this better than Code Rush. That's kind of where we're at. Yeah. There used to be a time when I was like, one of the sole developers of Code Rush, like, 20 years ago, it seems, where before release, I would be working on and finishing up some feature, and I would be using that. And like for a good 30 days or 60 days, or maybe even potentially longer before release, depending what the release cycle was. And I remember I used to be talking to Code Rush customers and fans out in the news groups, whatever we had out there at the time, and saying, oh my God, you're going to love this feature when it comes out. I'm totally, and I kind of loved that. I loved being the only person like having access to certain features that were making me more productive. But that doesn't happen so much now. Now I get features as they're much later in development for review and testing and things like that. So, yeah, you could make it better than Code Rush, but just for the D&D game engine. There's nothing. If I make it better than Code Rush will make sure I ramp it up. So far, we don't have links. We don't have linked identifiers. We don't have text fields. We don't have selection increase. So yeah, it's kind of what it is.
We got a way to go.
All right, so I think what I'm going to do is add a new parameter here, which is going to be now, here I am doing it again. This is going to be, I think I'm going to say type of, I can do this. I can say type of target. Cool. And I'm going to say this is the target. The target to give the magic item to. Target to receive the magic item. And then I want to say use select target to get one interactively. Okay. And then I can also see we can add a function like, you know, like I'm imagining something out there in the D&D code that like make target self or something like this. So we could just pass that in as well as an option in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's parameter 1. This is going to be parameter 2. That's going to be 3. That's going to be 4. And I should be able to take the rest of these and have CodeRush get them. There's 6, data 7, and data 8. All right. So now that changes our parameter argument order 10. The magic item name is there. My target is equal to, and now I'm going to go into the expression engine. And I'm going to say get. And I'm going to pass in a target. And let's do this. Get target of args of 1. And then that way we'll be able to pass in that suggestion I was talking about before. So we can then evaluate that. And then we're going to come down in here, and this is now going to become args of 2. That's going to be args of 3. And then the rest of this will grab all, wait, this has got to be, so it's going to have at least 2. That takes care of those 2. What's my problem here? Oh. This is the recipient, maybe? Receiver?
Yeah.
Magic receiver. Could be plural too as well. Now what's my problem? Get doesn't return what? Why wasn't
That seems
get?
a bit strange.
Okay. I'm going to do this. That's weird.
Yeah. What else is the purpose of passing the generic parameter if not to influence the type of the return?
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of with you on that. 100%. All right. I just want to make sure that there's nothing crazy going on over in the chat room. Hold on a second, though. I just brought something up. We don't have our... Let's see what's going on. I just went to show Dragon Front overlay. See our featured chat. I didn't turn it on. There it is right there.
That's exactly what I was just looking at. I love that comment early. I think for the next live coders conference, Mark's session should be how to build a game engine using far too many images, over-engineered code, and Google Sheets. To be fair, that's a great title.
Yeah, you think I can do that in an hour? Certainly.
Well.
Don't forget the explosions. Yeah, I think the next live coder thing, I'm going to do something explosive. That's what I should do. Yeah. I haven't quite figured out what to do, though. I tell you, that CO2 cannon...
It's playing in the back of your mind, isn't it?
It is, but I'm in a 13 by 13 by 13 room. Those are feet. So like, 4 meter by 4 meter by, 3 meter by 3 meter by 3 meter room, about.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Basically,
Sure.
This thing
enclosed.
This thing can create 20 to 30 foot plumes outdoors in an instant. So I just think what's going to happen is the entire room fogs. Right?
You spend the next 30 minutes trying to clear the room of anything.
Instant fog is what I think. The whole room visibility goes down to 0. is what I imagine could happen with this. I need something smaller. Usually you don't hear me saying this. I need something less powerful.
It's an extreme way to clean the dust out of your keyboard, man.
Yeah, I'm also slightly worried. With the CO2, I guess I'm less worried, but with there are other fog machines that do less, you know, but they require a fog mixture, and I'm pretty sure the CO2 is just taking pure CO2, but I don't know. I need to read more about it, I suppose.
Mm.
So wait, I need a where in here maybe? Where T is what? Can I say class? Yeah, and then that lets me return null. Okay, maybe that. Let's see if we can build. You'll display all of the oxygen in your offices. Yeah, we can have that problem as well. Asphyxiation. Yeah. Okay, that doesn't look good.
Although it does make for a pretty good, Batman throws smoke grenade at floor and disappears. Just a slight overkill productions variety thereof.
Yeah, but when I want to do something like that, Rory, I can always just, do something similar to like this. Is that not working? Oh, it's not working because I don't have it running, but it looks like this. And then I just sneak behind it.
Yep. That's fair.
Just like I sneak out behind the cloud of dust.
Uh-huh.
So I can do something like that. Okay, so we got some problems here. We used to be able to get the ability. Maybe I can't do... You know what I could do, though, is I think I can get rid of the where here. And I can, instead of returning null, I can return default of T.
Yes.
Then now let's build.
Certain issue with reading the code at the moment. It's just...
Sorry, kids. There you go. Now, how's
there
that?
we go. That's a little easier, yeah.
So
default of T being null in the case of a class derived type, but in a struct, just with all the default values.
That's awesome. Yeah, Surly's comment is this is what it looks like. People looking on in amusement as he dons a scooping tank and reaches for the stream deck. This could work. Like that. I should get a scuba tank for when Deepwater comes in.
Yay.
That's
appropriate.
Going to work on that smoke. That's true. This one. I'm going to say code. What is this? What you got a clip out here? You got a clip for me? I'm going to say it worked.
Where is it?
Unit testing with pyrotechnics. This is old.
Instance.
Oh, it's old.
Here it comes.
The scene so that we can see it.
Fine. I thought you would just trust me and we'd see the glow on my face, but fine. The cool thing about that glow, though, is that's whoa.
Hang on.
That's what I'm looking for.
Guess who
There's no
forgot?
delay.
Guess who forgot to put an enter key in that? So I'm going to say it worked.
It worked. Yeah, there you go. That's awesome, Surly. Yeah, we need, I think, more explosive kinds of things. I also think, even though, I guess this is kind of fun, I have the ability to see things that are funny, even if I'm the one who is getting the joke played on them. And
That's good.
Yeah. No, it's
That's
good.
healthy.
It's not bad. It's, but often as a result, I'll set myself up for something that I think is really funny. And I think it's hilarious to watch me jump in fear as explosions are going off nearby, whatever, wow, like that. I think it's hilarious. Yeah. And for some crazy reason, I'm gravitated towards that. I want to do that. So, yeah. Surly says that's good because that's the basis of all my clips. Yeah.
That feels like an accurate assertion.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. All right. So there we got to get to. I think we got a successful build. Looks good right there. 7 succeeded. Nice. Okay. So now we got give magic. We got a call to get. I'm going to, and we're passing. We need to pass it in. We're not using it yet, so let's pass it in.
We're not using magic receiver yet.
So give magic. Give magic is going to take a magic item name, and I think the receiver is going to go here. Oh wait, we actually have.
This is why we had target.
Yeah.
This is why you couldn't use it. Where's target coming from?
hold on. I didn't finish this code right here. If it's greater than 2, then we're going to do that. If it's greater than 3, then we're going to do that. Get to 3, and then I'm going to duplicate this. Go, look at Code Rush, go.
Yeah.
Code Rush is my favorite. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Nothing better than doing that.
Just think of all that effort you've avoided having to type all that out. It's great.
Yeah, yeah. If I made data an array, I could turn this into a for loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. Surly's gonna go do dinner delivery to your mom's. Your mom is the luckiest mom in the
Good
world.
man.
Surly. Are we? Is that Surly comes in and causes chaos, but this guy takes care of people more than anybody I know.
He's a
Right?
good guy.
My mom's still saying, please pass me a bit of bread onto the bars, to the cage. And I'm like, you'll get it when my show's over. And Surly's like, I will take it. I'm not have my mom in a cage. That's weird. I wouldn't do that. You only have 69 clips. Really? You got 69 clips. That's good. Well, at least somebody's having fun. I should make clips, but I don't do that. I should make highlights. All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you. Come back and let us know how's everything going. Yeah.
Right, so you've got your code completed there down to the data 8. Discussion of maybe whether you could put that into an array. That would certainly work.
Sure.
And then there's where is the target that is being used, line 61 through 3? Where is that coming from?
Yep. Uh-oh. I just dropped my cap to my water bottle. Hopefully I won't spill that over. Yeah, so we got to get the different target here. And
Is that the magic receiver?
yeah, that's the magic receiver. I'm going to get rid of
And
this.
indeed for the lines above as well.
No. I
No,
don't
no, data
think
6, 5,
so.
4, and 3 because they're all getting a target.
Yeah, this is... This, I'm not sure if we're actually ever setting this yet. This was intended, we might be setting this in like 1 or 2 places, like, really remotely, or in test cases we might be passing this in. But this target has not been set when we choose Give Magic, I think. I think, we could do it a different way too. We could do this, we could say, hey, if it's null coming in, then grab it from the first parameter. We could make, I suppose, the first parameter optional as well, instead of required. When I say the first, I guess I mean, yeah, this, the magic item is required. Who we're giving it to. Yeah, I could do it like that. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, part of the problem is I'm just not remembering. I'm not remembering what I'm doing in the and I don't have a great way. Do I have? Hold on. I need a coder's feature here. So the references I can kind of help me get to. I really am looking for everything that calls this, because I've got a bunch of classes that override it, and it's a lot of noise. I just want to see what calls it. Is it only this one? Okay. All
Do we have that facility in Find All References at all?
Yeah,
Is there a
I
drop
guess
down on there? I'm not sure if it has calls in it, but
Yeah, I was thinking it doesn't, and I was thinking maybe we want to. So what do we have? Yeah, it's got read, write, new
Nah.
instances. I want calls.
okay.
That's what I think I want. Yeah, let's ask for it. All right, here we go. Coder's feature request. Uh-oh. I got to restart my Stream Deck, apparently. Stream Deck gets to this point where it will... let's see, did that end task? Did I also get rid of the Stream Deck down below? Looks like it did. Okay. So, start up my Stream Deck again. Sometimes it gets to a point where it won't send messages, and the only way I've found to get around it is to kill it and restart. But it's got a process down here as well. All right. So let's try again. Code Rush, issue start. There we go. Now it's communicating. All right, kids. I want to add, in addition to read, write, and new instance, which really only makes sense, right? These should only, maybe we should see these if it makes sense. I'm on a method call right now. I'm on an evaluate method call. And what I want to do is I want to see options here that include all method calls. So I can see only the method calls, right? And then all overrides and or, you know, declarations. So I can very quickly find, at the very least, I want to be able to see only the calls to this. Because I have like what, 53 classes that override and implement that, and I've got only one call. I'm really looking for this line of code right down here. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a feature that allows me to filter out and see only that line of code. Similarly, another way around this issue is I was here and I hit this key and I say, let's go to all the references. And I scroll through and I realize, oh, it's the top one I want to get to. Okay, so that kind of helps me too. But still, I think I want to filter. I want the filtering ability to filter. Let's see, filter, find all references to show only method calls or only method implementations, method, I guess, implementations. That's what I think that code rush issue is right there. Let me wrap that up. Okay, that's being sent. All right, there's my code rush feature request. Just hitting escape to get back. All right, so now we got give magic to the target. So now when we run, we should see the parameter tooltips showing up there. We're going to set a breakpoint right here. We'll cast the spell. Let's see what happens. All right. Initialize player data. I was blue like a Smurf for a second. Uh-oh. I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was a brief loose connection, maybe. Went through a couple of different lighting effects.
I got a new camera coming in. So that may be that may be solving this problem. Yeah, I've got a yeah, it's a bumping of the desk kind of situation. I've got a camera, really nice camera actually I'm using for the web as a webcam, but it has an HDMI connector, and just the slightest bump causes that thing to lose some of its connection.
Right.
Okay, let's see, Ray of Frost. All right, let's fire the event. There's Ray of Frost coming in right there, and I'm just noticing, so you can see already we got the spell effects going across the screen. It's probably one of the few coding streams where you'll actually see snow, you know, coming by. I can taste it. All right, so let's make sure you can at least see the code. I'll try to work around that. Does the test close a little bit? It does.
There we go.
Thanks, Rory. All right, so here we are. We wrote this code yesterday. We are reaching into all game creatures. Now, I think we added this after you left, Roy.
Pudding is a creature.
Yeah, in-game creatures.
I like.
So the idea here is I could say we'll add Rory as an in-game creature, and we'll say Rory is a gold dragon, like that.
Sweet.
We'll say he's got like 200 hit points, right? So there, we've now done that. So now we're calling get to this. This is all lazy loading here. So if I hit this, in fact, I could even come in here. Pudding's going to be like, me. Let's do this. Let's make this Pudding. And let's make one more called Rory, just to demonstrate. Whoops, not that. Rory. And we'll ask for Rory. And then we're going to, looks like I needed to do something like this, and I suppose I'll duplicate this, and really it's kept it there. There we go, Rory. Okay, so we're going to do that. Let's step through the code. We don't have UI on this yet. Pudding came back null. Rory came back real. No, Pudding did not come back null. Hold on.
Now that is a bug, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to call it a bug. You're going to have to roll back just a couple seconds. What did I do? You have to look at the changes I made. I think the changes I made led to this. I did edit and continue. Oh, you know what I think it was? I think it was this. I think so. Hold on. Let's come back up here. I think I was here and I made some changes. Is what I think I did. You'll have to look at the code changes I made. And then...
So if you were on 280 and made the line and made the changes, we had not yet instructed anything to try to retrieve a value into Pudding.
It just duplicated the problem. Pudding is not null, but it's saying it is. And I think it's because I made a change and without, like for example, look at this. If I'm here and I say go, I think Debug Visualizer uses it doesn't do anything for the value line I'm on. It's not until I execute the next line where it's like, okay, here, let me explain what's happening here and I'll show you what's happening. I have to kind of go past it a bit. I might be related to that. If I come up here and run it, nothing. Now it shows, no, it's still showing null. There's something here. So it's one of our great developers who's actually in Poland is Przemysław, who you may remember from years ago, was originally a CodeRush customer and ultimately made the team. He's the guy behind this. So we'll have him take a look at this. All right, I'm going to close up the issue, the CodeRush bug on this. Let's see, issue, and we're going to say DV showing null for code, and look carefully at the changes I made prior to getting here. See if you can reproduce this for variable that is not null. Look at ENC for clues to reproduce. All right, we put that in the chat room. Okay, let's continue along our path here. So it knows Pudding's not null here. It knows we're in and going to do this. I think it does. Hold on. Let's come back up here. Just a little more exploration on this. Says null, but here it says it's true. So something really, that's like the screenshot right there, right?
Bit of contradiction of self there.
Yeah. Wonder if you can take that screenshot for me. Do you have a high enough res on what you're seeing, Rory?
Yeah, give me a second here. I've got to bring the capture. Got it.
Okay, thanks. Just put that in on that email. Okay, so there's the target. Uh-oh. We got bad code down here.
Bad code? Surely not.
Yeah. Looks like we're just at a breakpoint right here. Okay. We're going to add the creature. We got bad code right here. We want this to say, hey, if it's null, then I want to create it for sure here. Okay. And then there we go. We've now added two creatures to it. Okay. So now we've added Pudding and Rory. And that's our select target. I think I've got another breakpoint. Cool. Target is, what is it? Target is set. Oh, because no, this is exactly what we're testing and hoping for, I think. Wait. Oh, wow. Something weird is happening right now. So look at this. Parameter 0 is a string. It's the word target in quotes. Oh, because hold on. We haven't evaluated it yet. That's, I think, okay. Hold on.
Right, because target's the variable coming in from our code.
Yeah,
We
Magic.
actually declared a local variable called target in which we get a target, and then we pass it in here.
Yeah, hold on. I want to switch this around. This is now 0, like this. The problem is target is not null. What's remarkable about target, the current target, is it actually has the 2 monsters in here, right? It's got the 2 monsters in it. So somehow it's been set. It's as if the active player, the active player target, hold on, let's look at the call stack. I think we may have made changes with edit and continue, and those edit and continue changes did not take because we made them to low level classes. What's going on here? Where's my call stack? I really want the new call stack I spec'd out. All right, give magic, target, reduce speed 1, turn 10. So at this point, where is target set? So here you can see, there's the line of code right there where we set that target is equal to select target. Yeah, I really, really want my new call stack right now, because it could make this so much faster to find this. Instead, I have to double click on everything, change the frame, the stack frame, to see the preview of each code piece. Yeah, I kind of want to kill it and run again to see if my theory is right. Because I'm curious about 2 things. One is, what's intelligent code do I have out there that's actually setting this? The only thing I can imagine is if we've set player active target to it somewhere. Not seeing that. Roy, can you mute for a second with all that typing?
Sorry.
Thanks, buddy. Look at that. All right, so we're running again. Let's initialize the player data. What are you saying, Mr. Smoopy? I could if you need it? I'm not sure what
I think he was referring to taking a screenshot, perhaps.
Oh, okay. Got it.
That is en route to developers now.
All right. Code. Ray Frost. On cast. Let's fire the event. Give me a test close out there, Rory, in the chat room, please.
Yes.
So we're setting the target here. I wonder if it's outside of this that we changed the master target. Just kind of jumping out of here. Return target. Yeah, I kind of feel like this line of code was still running before. And that player active target is, let's just run with that theory for a second. Let's tap to next reference here. Yeah, I think it is, this is what's happening here. That's how it's being set and passed in. So I think now my theory is, at least, let's run it and see now if target is null. It's not. And it's got 2 creatures still. So still somehow it's getting in here. Oh. I got to find out. How is that? Why is that happening? The problem is my call stack is so noisy. Let's see what's going on. Let's come out 1. There's my target. There's my target. There's the folks right there. Evaluate function. So these here, get target creature. It's looking for the variable called string target. And then here, add player variables comes when we call start evaluation.
Copper Beardy is in the house.
Copperbeardy is here and brings news of a raid.
Layla
codes it.
Thank you.
Welcome. And you know what we do when we have a raid, don't you?
Some of my best
Welcome.
dance moves, kids.
Welcome, everybody.
You get to see them
Come on in.
only on this show. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know why
Code
am I.
is fine.
I don't know why I'm dancing, Rory. It's like, this is a coding show, man. But no, thanks and welcome, everybody. Glad you're here. Pull up a chair, pull up a monitor, get some coffee, drink whatever you're drinking. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are having a good time. Hope you had a good stream over there. What'd you guys work on at Layla Codes It? Let me know. Let me know. How was the stream? Must have been good. Because we got 32 of you coming in here. Fitzy Does Things is out here. He worked on Hell. Yikes.
Wow.
Silicon Orchid says, the visuals. Layla was extracting teeth live on stream. What are you talking about? I don't like that. That's not my favorite.
Battling identity in .NET Core 3.1 again.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, okay. So many great streamers, hard to watch them all. This is Mr. Smoopy. Yeah, there are. There's some great streamers, and it's actually.
This is true.
I credit Jeff Fritz, C# Fritz, entirely with getting this thing going. He turned an idea into a team of like 140, live streamers who
Wow.
are at all times, 24 hours a day, somebody's streaming live, right? Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
It is, and he's put out 2 live coders conferences that have both done really well. I've been super impressed with the way they've been implemented. Just really, really well done. So, 168. I think it is. Copper Beardy, I'm sure you're right, because my data's old. And looking forward to the how to get started streaming thing I saw. So many of us. Yeah, no, it's super cool. I'm in C# right now in a WPF app. We're creating visuals, special effects, and logic for a Dungeons and Dragons live stream. That's not on this channel. It's on a different one. Let me give you a link. If you like Dungeons and Dragons and you like laughing, both of those things are likely to happen over there at twitch.tv/dragonhumpers. Give us a follow. We are live every Wednesday and Sunday.
We should probably mention that it is slightly less family friendly than this channel here.
Yeah, if you're a kid
Slightly.
and you don't like to hear maybe a swear word or a naughty idea, then don't come to the show because that's not
Because that's how
kids.
you ward kids away from a show like that.
Yeah, this show is, however, family friendly.
Indeed.
We've done a really good job the whole time. We've
Did some
been,
clever things
with that
here.
goal. Well, I mean, just in terms of being family friendly, we have
That's true.
been done a pretty good job. Let me check my air conditioner. Yeah, it looks like it's going. I'm just feeling a little warm here. I'm going through right now. I'm trying to just. I'm exploring this idea of passing in a target, and I'm not sure
Well, if we back up just one thing for a second. So Mark alluded to the D&D show, and we have lots of Dungeons and Dragons rules to help run that. But the rules are now getting so complicated that we're kind of building an IDE to manage them.
That's
so
true.
we're storing it all in Google Sheets, but we've got an editor now in this WPF app, which does color coding and allows us to call methods and to find various files on disk, sort of our IntelliSense, if you like, that really aids matters. And so now what we're doing is we're trying to rig a new kind of a rule. So this is the idea where a character casts a spell, and that effectively produces a magic effect, which is then placed upon or received by a second a target. And that's what Mark's alluding to just here. We're trying to figure out why our interpretation of target isn't quite working the way that we imagined it would.
Yeah, that's right. People are asking who's the voice. I said that's the voice of my AI assistant, Rory. I modeled Rory after the Vision, in the Vision character in the Marvel movies. And when I saw it, I realized, oh, it's just a little bit of some assembler code, and I could build the same thing. So we built that live in one day, I think. Right, Rory?
Oh yeah.
He's AI.
Absolutely, boss.
He has no idea what I'm saying. He has really it's just heuristics. And
squirrel.
There you go. See. So that's Roy. Roy hangs out. He does pair programming with me from afar. He's over in London. How are things over there in the UK?
It's pretty good. Yeah, I can't complain. I'm sure a lot of the rest of the world has it way worse. My little bubble is quite nice. I feel quite lucky.
Good. It's nice to be in a lucky bubble. I think I got a spammer out there. Roy, you might want to take care of that.
Yeah, we got that.
Layla Codes it says, this got docs. Mine only delivers coffee and snarky notes. It's not bad. I deliver coffee to my wife. I don't drink coffee, but I somehow learn so this is the thing. When you're a little bit on the autistic spectrum and people ask you to do things, you tend to do them the same way every time. And you tend to get, to achieve a certain level of competence. And so unfortunately for me, I've done that with making coffee. I don't drink it. I don't know what it tastes like, but I've managed to make it consistently every time. So, no, pudding. I'm trying to talk to the people. I don't want to be dumped in pudding.
We're trying to target the pudding, not be targeted by the pudding.
Why is everybody whistling when pudding comes in? That's what I want to know. New number. Who dis? Says pudding. Yeah, it's his stream now. He's taking over. No one reasons with pudding when he just woke up. Sir Fetish Fancy says, what is going on? Welcome to the show, kids.
A reasonable question, let's be honest.
Welcome to the show.
Pretty reasonable.
All right. You know what? I'm not going to worry about this too much right now, mainly because, we just got a bunch of new fit kids over. Let's kind of get them up to speed, and I'm not going to worry about this following this button. Whoa.
I love trash.
Oh, look, it's Oscar. Oh, my God, Oscar. What happened? Groversaurus, why? It's Groversaurus. Groversaurus shows up sometimes too. All right, yeah, Layla Codes is like, I'm on drugs. If anybody who hasn't been here before is like, what is going on? All right, I'm in the give magic method. We want to give magic from one player to another. That's what we're trying to do here. The target's coming in. The problem I have is the target is not null. It's already set. What do you want me to do, Rory? Do I get rid of target? Well, you know what? I'm already at a point. I've passed it, actually. At this point, I want you to think about it. Tell me what to do with target over there. Let's think about that. Right now, we're creating a new magic item. We're stepping through the code. I don't know if you've seen this because we wrote this yesterday after you left, I think, Rory. No player IDs. We do have creatures, though. We're going to go through each creature, and we're going to say creature receive magic. That creature is going to take that magic in. It's going to add itself as a target. So the magic is now going to know that this monster, which in this case is, I don't know, monsters are kind of big. Its name is Tapudding. Okay, so there's the pudding monster we've added right there. And we've done that step right there. And we should see that one more time for the Rory monster as well. So there's the creature in there, and the name for that creature should show up as Rory. There it is right there. Maybe, Rory, I've given the chat room too much control.
I think Surly Dev's sort of treating that particular command as almost a drinking game.
Yeah, I feel like he's got a timer that tells him every 15 minutes, and he just runs it. He's like, all right, time for another dance. All right, so there's my second one there. I've added the magic to the creature. All right, not bad. Add casted magic. So now as the spellcaster, we're going to now add that to our own list of, so the magic, so what's happening is now is I've got three creatures. The creature that casts the spell, the spellcaster, and the 2 targets of the spell.
Yes.
Okay. And on both, we're going to hook up to that magic item's dispel event. So when that magic is dispelled, we're going to know about that. Okay. And so we've hooked up to that. And then all we're going to do right now is just remove it from our list. So the whole point of this code is for the participants to maintain the references while they're live and to all clean them up when they're done. That's what we're doing here. So, anything in the chat room? Right off to feed. Have fun. All right, Leela codes it. We'll see you.
There is quite the discussion going on regarding dragons and Tarrasques and hit points.
Seems weak for a game version of Rory.
Yeah, they're all being a little overly kind there in the chat.
I gave you 200 hit points,
200's plenty, don't worry.
All right, so we've got our dispel hooked up there, and we've added the cast of magic. So there, we've done it.
Janisku 7, where are you? We need your help.
Who's that? Oh, that's a bad guy.
Oh, yeah, all right.
That's a bad guy right there.
Here, I am.
Janisku 7 in the house.
Welcome, Janesco.
Considering my level 9 noob dealt like 100 damage in one turn last night. You got a level 9? I'm not even level 7 yet in our game that we've been playing for like over a year. I think 200 isn't a lot. All right. All right. But he came in peace. Codebase Alpha. Codebase Alpha is always like, he's, you know, the guy in the yellow spaceship. That's what Codebase Alpha says. Came in peace.
But Pudding's like, maybe he's the reason we haven't seen any aliens yet. They try come say hi, and that's what happens.
Yeah. Speaking of aliens, we haven't seen Legendary Moo in a while. Let's play his fanfare.
That's true.
Here it comes. It's not bad. Legendary
There's a slightly
Moo.
anti-alien feel to the run of things.
It's only because aliens are bad. That's all.
Oh, okay. As long as you've got a good reason, that's cool.
It's only because aliens are bad. I don't want anybody like thinking, you know. Oh no! Jetsam just came in and I just shut off his fanfare. Let's give it to him. There it is, right there. Jetsam, look at all these clouds. Jetsam, stop doing your tricks.
He's in the house.
Alien lives matter. I think you're right. We're gonna have to maybe update some of our anti-alien fanfares. Okay, Give Magic is there. Librarian, level 9. Okay, so there's Give Magic. So we've got the magic out there. There's the roll. Not a big deal. The whole reason why we built this, here, let's show you why we built this, is because, and I want to kind of implement it now. Let's see. Here we go. On a hit, it takes 2d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
Yes, this is the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, that's what we have to do. Now, the dispel of that magic, this magic is going to last until the start of my next turn, the caster's next turn. We, in anticipation of this, where's our magic folder? Magic tab is right there. So here it is. We've started by creating this reduce speed 1 turn.
Mm-hmm.
Do we actually build this one? I'm like, what are we building on this? Yeah, reduce speed 1 turn. That's what we've got. Okay, so that's going to pull in this magic element. The magic element's got a description. It's got a duration.
Yeah, this was because you didn't want at the time to try parsing with the definitions of 1 round from the, not from the start of the round, as it were, but from the start of the individual within the round to the same individual the following round.
Yep. No, I'm with you. I've been thinking about this. I'm not exactly sure how to solve this.
You could count the number of players and go that many turns.
Well, I've also got this on owner starts turn here.
True.
I think what I want to do, though, I'm almost feeling like it's time to break out PowerPoint and start doing some specking on this. Because I was kind of dreaming this morning on this, and so the idea is I'm just kind of playing around with how we're going to deal with time here. Let's put a clock down. Here's the timer. So let's say that our timer is we're at 12 o'clock and no seconds here when we start this round.
Mm-hmm.
When we go to this round, we're 6 seconds after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the length of a round? Is it really that short?
Yeah, 6 seconds.
Wow.
And then within that round, all the players take a turn.
Right, so it's not a real-time thing, it's a game time, of course. So you can take 5 minutes, everybody deciding what is going to happen, then time plays on, and we see the effects.
Right, exactly. Wait, there's an argument over player character hit points should max out 25 to 30. No, I disagree with that. There's no limit to what you can do. All right, so all the players take a turn in a round. So let me just draw a little bit of lines here. I just want to get a line right in here on this edge. And I want to get a line on this edge as well. Kind of show what's happening. And maybe we'll add a third one here as well. This is at 12. Okay? Now, to further complicate this, this is the end of the round. Right?
True.
Right there. And the other side is the start of the round. And the reason that is, I'm mentioning that is because I'm going to fill this with red right here. This red star is going to indicate when I want to set an alarm for. I might want to set an alarm for here, or I might want to set an alarm for here. Right?
Yes.
In other words, this goes until the start of your next turn. Right? Or this goes until the end of your next turn. Right? This is how long it'll last. So I can calculate the time pretty easily.
As long as it's round based, yes.
Yeah.
So what happens? I mean, within a single round, the players won't necessarily take their turns in the same order. So you can be the last person to act in a given round and the first person to act in the next round.
No, the order is preserved.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
In general, you can do things like say, I'm going to ready an attack for when the door opens or for when I'm teleported into this location. And then another player after you could then teleport you to the location. And then once you're there, your ready to act is able to unleash itself. You're ready to action. So, but I can calculate the time pretty easily. So we can set an alarm that kind of is saying, okay, at this point. But I don't have a mechanism to set alarms at the end or beginning of a round. That's the tricky part. Right there. Because also, I need, hold on a second, I want to change this so it's word wrapping. I think that's what I need to do. Also, I need the ability to tie an alarm to a player's turn in the round. Okay, so it's not just end of round, it might be end of a player's turn in the round. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
I
Rory?
was just wondering about that. I was wondering, so you cast a spell, and the idea is that it will last, or it'll affect the target, until your next turn, in as it were, round 2. What's the difference, the effective difference, though, between that and the start of anybody's turn in that same round? Are they not presumed to be happening more or less at the same time?
Kind of. In other words, if you were after me, if I went first, the end of my turn in the round would equal the start of yours in the round. So those two overlap.
Okay.
Because you follow me in the turn order, right? So if we were to set an alarm that were to stop or to fire itself when my turn was ended, and another alarm to fire itself when your turn starts in the round, your next turn starts, they would probably both fire at the same time. And the reason I say probably is it depends on where in the turn order that alarm was set, right?
Yes.
Because if it was set while you were still taking your turn, you might get an extra round involved there before it triggers off, I think. Maybe that last thing I said is not entirely true, but it does. I'm certain that I think the example was not great, but I'm certain that the dependencies, it depends that answer is true. So I think what I need is in order to do this alarms, I need to create a mechanism to set alarms to go off at the end or beginning of a round. So I need to be able to set the round number. Okay, set the time, which actually corresponds. Maybe I don't need to set the round number. Corresponds to the round number, which round we're in. I think that's fair. It does. So we set the time. It corresponds to the round number, and then set the player. And this might be optional. Optionally set the player.
Mm-hmm.
Set the player, so the player, so that's going to determine which turn. Hold on, I want to get all of this and put this on the next page. It's getting a little messy here. Optionally set the player determines which turn we trigger the alarm on. And if we set a player, maybe not, optionally set the start or end of the round to trigger the alarm. So this is what I need to do. I may not need this, but I'm going to need to set the time, corresponds to the round number. That we already know how to do. Optionally set the player, which is going to determine which turn we trigger the alarm on. And optionally set the start, or the end of the round to trigger the alarm.
Yes.
All right, that's what we're going to do. So let's look at the architecture and change it up for the timers on this. Creating a new one here, and I think the magic needs to set its own alarm. So I think in here, I think we're gonna have to get the magic item instead of lazy loading it. Well, I'll go ahead and use this, but I think what we need to do is we're gonna need to come in here, the magic item. What's not working here? Oh, because we're running. Hold on, let me kill the app. I'm like, why am I not seeing IntelliSense? All right, so magic item, duration. I need to set an alarm. So what is it? It is in...
It's a D&D clock.
I think it's in the
Wasn't
game. Yeah, but I think it's in the game. I think I want to pass the game to this. So let's pass in the game. The creature should have a reference to the game. There it is right there. So that's what I want to pass in. I'm going to use CodeRush's add property to do that, add parameter to do that. Right there it is. There's the game coming in, and now I should be able in the game to say game.add. I was hoping to see an alarm. Create alarm. There it is. Create alarm. The name is going to be magic item dot the name of the magic item plus I want to give it a unique name here. Let's do this. Let's use an interpolated string. So we'll say, I think I'll put the caster first. Caster name dot magic item name. That may be enough to make it unique. There's my create alarm. The time span from now.
Which is our duration.
Yeah, D&D, I think utils. Get time span, stir. That's the opposite of what I want. I thought I had something in here. Only that one there. Wait, I've got a D&D. Do I have a D&D time? D&D time span. Do I have any utils in there?
Yeah, froms.
From duration string. All right. So let's introduce a new local for that. Wait. Why is it's not duration? It is magic.duration is what I want. Magic item.duration.
That's good. That'll come straight from the sheet in Google.
Yeah, exactly. So there's my D&D time span here. We'll call this time to magic expires, maybe. Magic expires. Handler. Any additional data we want to send to it. I'm going to throw in this at it. And the player, why not? I'll throw out the caster at it. And I need more. I need one more parameter, which is going to be able to specify the other data that we need. So let's declare that. And then here we're going to call dispel. I have I have on dispel. I think I want to rename that. Give me a second. Let's rename this. What's this from? Never used?
This should be now.
No? There. Oh, I know why, because I've called the other. It says it's never used because of this. Wait, is that true? I want to call this on dispel. That doesn't make sense. Why does it say it's never used? I'm tabbed to next reference. I'm tabbing through the references.
That should be.
Oh, it's never referenced internally. I think that's what it's saying. We'll create an event. We'll create a event trigger for that. I think that's what it's talking about. So there, now we've got our on dispel, and we'll pass in this. And we're going to create our new magic event args and pass in this again. That's what I think we'll do. So that is what we're going to do when we expire. So now we have to do, what we need to do is we need to figure out how we're going to specify beginning or ending of turn. Let's also typecast this as a character. I thought I created CH yesterday. I did there. So why isn't TCH working here? Does it work down here? It does. Really interesting. So I type in, does it work here? It just does not work after an as? Okay. Let me report that issue. All right, kids. I'm trying to expand the TCH template. Here it works. CH is something is a shortcut I bound to the character reference class. So I can type in VCH here like that, or I can type in down here PCH to get a property of type character, right? I can do all of that. But if I try to get TCH, if I try to expand it here, it works fine. If I try to expand it here, it works fine. But if I try to expand it here, it does not work. I do not get it there. That's the bug. Let me report that. I wonder if, by the way, like a TI, does that fail here too? Yep, TI fails are T-type fails to expand. All right, let's report that. Thanks, guys, for doing the moderation out there. Super appreciate it. So we're going to say caster as a character. Like that. And we need just this additional parameter. Let's go to the spreadsheet and see what we want it to look like for duration. I think I want to say 1 round. That at very least is there. So it's going to last 1 round. Now, whenever we invoke this or create it, it's going to be because the caster is casting this magic or creating it. So what I want to do is I think I want to say end of caster turn.
I was going to say, because I'm sure there are other things which will say they last until the end of next round or start, it's a relative point.
Yes.
So last round is kind of from now till me during the next round, but equally till the start of the next round or till the end of the next round is a subtly different point in the future.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, and like I say, if it's relative to you, then it's gotta be, it's where's have you taken your turn yet or not is the question about how long this lasts. Because if it lasts for 1 round, but I think almost everything is relative to the time it was cast. So maybe I just need end of turn. And actually, I'm not even remembering if this is true or not. And so I think end of turn, so it's going to be the end of the caster's turn.
Hugo is in the house.
Hugo Doll's out there.
Hello, Hugo Doll.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Are you good? Good, good, good.
It's going well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling like end of turn is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
It's funny, right? When we're writing code, normally we're going really fast, but in moments of this discussion, it's like, what are the best ways of doing this? He was good, relatively speaking. Yeah, thanks, good. Deep Water's here. Deep Water, and we don't see Deep Water's. Oh my gosh, this is making me crazy. I added, and then later saw deleted. Deep Water's. Hold on. What is going on here? Why is Deep Water's line getting deleted? I'm curious about that. So this happened before. Yesterday I was like, what's going on? Let's show you Deep Water's while we're trying to figure that out. There it goes.
I've figured it out, people. I know how he does it. What happens is Mark actually floods the room and brings a shark in. This is no CGI effect. It couldn't be, because otherwise how would it go behind him and in front? It's a real shark, actual water. I assume this takes some level of prep, like there's a swimming pool's worth out back.
Yeah, that's,
It needs to be refilled each time.
Rory, you gotta look. Have you ever heard of Occam's razor? What is the simplest explanation? The simplest explanation is I am
Magic.
virtual, and the shark is virtual.
There's no
the
real
simplest
Mark at all.
explanation.
Okay, yeah.
The stuff you go through when I come into the channel. Yeah, I don't understand why this is happening. I added this again this morning and checked it in, and I was like, I know I added it. How is it disappearing? Is it Dropbox? Is it because something else is running and saves it out? Maybe, I don't know. That's a possibility, because I do have an app that I think saves this data out. And maybe I'm making the change while the app's running. I don't think so, but maybe. Something to look into. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is this? That I don't need. So we've got the create alarm here. We need to figure out this last part, end of turn or beginning of turn. The D&D time span. The D&D time span could contain this data. It could. Yeah, and so if end of turn or the beginning of turn were specified, so it's one of two options here. I think we're looking at either end of turn as a specification, or start of turn. Then we bind to a player number and look for that turn to start. And then similarly, if it says end of turn, then we bind to a player number, look for that turn to end, which is effectively the start of the next turn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for there. That kind of a specifier. I feel like we almost run this and do this with edit and continue. I think let's try, see what trouble we get into. So breakpoint here. I think actually we're going to have problems with edit and continue because we're going to be using it down in these low-level DLLs, and sometimes we've encountered missing method errors and we have to restart.
Yep.
Just because it was that liquid pudding all along. Could try moving deep water to another line to see if it's the file or if it's personal. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right. The only theory I have that makes sense is... wait. Did I hit... I don't remember hitting initialize player data. I feel like I just hit run and I'm like, wait, did I actually hit that? I don't remember doing that. Okay, so code ray of frost, that's the piece of code. That's what we're dealing with right there. We're going to fire that event. And this is where we're requesting it. We've got two creatures that we're going to add that. And here's our D&D time span. Here's the magic item is null. No. Magic item is going to have, I guess that's because I'm hovering over it now. But when I actually step into it, no.
Huh.
I don't understand that. Oh, maybe we can't find the magic item. Oh, we can't. The magic item name has got a space in it. Hold on. See that? There's a space
Just the
right
start.
there.
Yeah, it's not trimmed.
Okay. Well, how are we setting this? Here. Okay. Let's come back up here. Let's call it trim on this. Now if we hover over it, now we get it 1 round end of turn. All right, let's step into that. And here we go. We're going to go down here. Okay, here we go. 1 round. We're going to find out how many rounds we have. We're going to pass that in. I think I actually want to put that in braces. And actually, before I get the first round, actually return that, I want to go see if I've got any of those other pieces in there. I want to say if duration.contains. No, not what I wanted to do. Contains. No contains? Why do I not get IntelliSense here? Also,
That is strange.
This is also really weird. Let's see what's going on here. Coder, bring the keystroke visualizer up. Come back over here. Right arrow, right arrow, right arrow. It's acting as if left arrow works, right arrow works till I get to oh, now it works past it, but notice it was stuck here for a while. That was really weird. I think I got to, now I'm going to get contains. I want you guys to look at the log files. All right, hold on. Let me report this code rush issue. There's that. And the issue is going to simply be caret right was blocked. Look at log files. All right, that's the issue. Take a look at that team. What do you think? All right, contains, if it contains the magic phrase start of turn. I know this parsing is not great, but it's maybe worrisome to you. And then what I want to do, so with rounds, we want to say we need like an enum round specifier. I'm not sure if this is the best name for that enum. Start of turn, end of turn, and let's maybe add none at the beginning of it. Okay, there's my round specifier. Come back over here, and we're going to say round specifier is equal to, I think I'm going to pass it off to D&D utils and say get round specifier. Let's close this down. We don't need this anymore. Get round specifier duration. We can put this code here. Let's build this. What? Wrong key. Here we go. I thought it was on the clipboard. All right. So if this dot contains start of turn, then we're going to say return run specifier dot start of turn. If it contains end of turn, then we're going to return the end of the turn. Otherwise, we're
Your
going...
first iteration of that had the parentheses in it. Does that bother you at all? Does it
yeah,
need to?
no, I decided to take them out. That's
Okay.
what yeah, start of turn, end of turn. There's my get round specifier. So then I want to come back over here and I want to cover refactoring that'll take it to a field. All right. And so now my time span has got a field. It doesn't like that. All right, so we're gonna have to restart. Let's rename it to this. Let's give it a make it public. Wait. Hold on. Did I just mess this up? Get around specifier. Am I not in? Oh, I'm not. From duration string. Okay. So I want to do this. I want to introduce a new local for this. Then I want to say D&D timespan dot round specifier, like that. And now I want to hit the code rich key and I want to say declare property auto implemented. That's what I want. Okay, so now I've got that. And there's my return event. So now I've got a round specifier on it. Let's set a breakpoint. Not here, but here. Well, we got one there. All right, cool. Let's run it. So I forgot to remove something. Okay.
That's good. It allows you to have that extra level of granularity when it applies.
Yes. And then we just have to write the code to make that alarm work. So that's like what my goal is right now, is to make it so that the time passes and then we and then the alarm is triggered and everything's dispelled. The magic is dispelled.
Yeah.
Okay. So back over to the code. Ray of Frost. That's what we're looking to trigger. Can you give me a test close over there, Rory?
Yep.
And I think we're good here for now. I'll keep the breakpoint just to remind us we need to add some UI. So now here's our duration string right here. Don't need that breakpoint anymore. Now we look at the D&D time span, end of turn.
End of turn.
And last round. Now we're going to create the alarm. Cool. So let's go inside to create the alarm.
Six in-game seconds. Correct execution of who? There's the magic.
Time plus from now is the time span. Oh, but we've lost something here.
Oh. Because we will no longer have the time span and only the resultant time.
Yeah, in fact, we lost it coming in. I thought this was a D&D time span. Let's get out of here. D&D time span. We're passing in, hold on. We're passing in the D&D time span. Did that actually change? Did it get implicitly converted? Did I add that code?
I don't remember if we had that.
It got implicitly converted. I think I've got implicit conversion going on. Okay, let's go double check that. Yeah, there it is. We have here.
So that's tricky because there's no easy way to specify. Well, I guess, is it going to be fractions of seconds you could perhaps encode that into?
I don't want to. Well, I could. But not really. I have to tie it to a particular player.
That's true.
That's what I have to do. And I am passing the player in. So that part is good. I want to see who else is calling this with a regular time span.
You could encode, I know it's a bit of a hack, but you could encode the player number into the fractional part of the seconds. So seconds is seconds, but the first 100th is the first player, the second 100th, second player, etc.
No. Yes, you're right, and I'm normally I'm all about the hack, but I think I'm killing this. That's what I'm going to do for now. I'm getting rid of our implicit conversion.
Which allows us to force our own time span through the rest of the system.
Yeah, what's
and
interesting
absolutely guarantee we don't lose that nuance.
Yeah, what's interesting is this is the only one that caused the problem. Hey, look who's here. Hey, Michael Jolly. Guy's good. As long as the guy doesn't try to fly over twice, he's always okay. Michael, I said don't fly over twice. What are you doing? Get out of here. Oh, Michael. That was the end of Triple B. Bald Bearded Builder. It's wild to think of the professionalism difference in the co-hosts of Mark's 2 streams. Yeah. Taco Thursday. By the way, talking about 2 streams, don't forget, go over to Dragon Humpers. Sometimes Bald Bearded Builder is a special guest star in the chat room. Okay, so now I'm going to go to create alarm, and I'm going to create an overload for it. Let's do that. And then here, what is it looking for in here? It's looking for a time span. What was happening in our implicit conversion? Get time span. Okay. Okay, so we're going to create the alarm like that. Then I think what I want to do, yeah, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say, hey, if from now round specifier is not equal to round specifier.none, right? So now we're talking about rounds. Then I want to say D&D alarm. At the very least, I'm going to set the round specifier. So I'm going to set that, but then I also have to set the player. Although the player, I think, is passed in. The alarm takes a player. And what's going on there? Goes to D&D alarm. Yeah, player's just assigned right there. So that's all good. We just need to specify the round specifier, and I think that's all we need to do, and then we need to add the logic later.
So we get to carry from the D&D time span into the alarm. The alarm now knows the relative round specifier as well as the previous information that it is due to go off at a particular moment.
Yeah.
So we have everything we need, and that means we can now react to those things.
Yeah. Now is the tricky part, the logic for this. I'm looking for comparisons on trigger time. We wrote this a long time ago. I want to say almost a year ago, Rory.
It was quite a while back, wasn't it?
Yeah. And what I remember about it is we were lucky in that it seemed to work really well with a little bit
Yeah.
of effort. We didn't introduce a lot of bugs, which I appreciate about that moment when we wrote that. I'm super wary of introducing any bugs right now.
Sure, yeah.
So the problem, it goes something like this. I mean, I'm hoping really, I want to see everywhere we're referencing trigger time, because these are all the points that likely need to change. Or at the very least, we need to take a look at each one. So if the trigger time is less than time, then we're out.
Fair enough.
So that part is good. We're sorting. I'm wondering if we need to sort as well by whether it's going to be start of turn or end of turn and which player number it's going to be. That
Okay, yeah.
depends on which player has gone. Also, player is something that really time clock, aside from having a reference to, doesn't really know about with regards to game. So I think there's a method in here called advance round. Here's where we increment the round. On round starting. Time clock advance. So when we call time clock advance, this is where we're going to look to fire any events, I think. There's my advance. Call set time. And then we trigger the alarms. Okay? So coming back out, advance round. Advance round here will trigger alarms.
So are we aiming to fire the alarms for... Let's imagine that each player is lucky enough to have some kind of cast facility during round one, and they all cast some form of magic onto some recipient. Then the time advances by one round. Are we sufficiently happy to raise those alarms in the correct order, rather than at the fractional points within the round?
No, they have to happen at the fractional points.
So what actually, do we have an advance one turn facility? I don't
We
recall
do.
whether we had that.
We do.
Okay. So we have the granularity already. That's good.
We have a start turn is what we have. Start turn, start of... Let's go into character and tab to next reference to see where this is coming from. Got some test cases. Test start turn. Nope, that's not what I want. Creature taking action. Okay, so player starts turn. And then we also have ending turn 4. What's ending turn 4 do? For creature, I think I want ending turn 4. I want to create a similar, the last player, I have end turn reset state. I think I want to add a player ends turn. Go to starts turn, player ends turn. Do I have a player ends turn on the assigned feature? I don't. So we don't need to worry about that for features yet. in both of these, I want to check for alarms going off. So I want to say game dot check alarms. Let's double check that player ends turn is called the right spot. Not called yet, is that right? Player starts turn.
Player ends turn is there as a call.
Last player must not be of type, it's of type creature. Okay. If last player is a character, can I do TCH here? Then we call player ends turn. Cool.
Hmm.
All right. So we got some symmetry here. Maybe I'll do symmetry in the order as well here. Ending turn 4. What's going on here? Set reminders. Active creatures null. Send reminders. Interesting. A round point. Start or end.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How many days ago is that? 246 days ago. I wrote that. Round point.
Wow.
What's going on with round point? Round reminder. Send reminders end.
Looks like there was some work done on this.
Yeah, I want to, but this is, what's interesting is this is not actually the end of the round, it's the end of the turn.
Oh. Yes.
I'm actually just going to rename it, and I'm going to go into here. Round reminder. Change this to turn point. There we go. Okay, I'm going to leave that as is. I would normally consolidate these two, but this is, I think these are going to be different. There's,
Actually used for different purposes in this case. Good catch.
I don't know if it's good or not. All right, so now we have in here, check alarms player ends turn. Declare method. Okay. Next, we need to go back where we're setting the alarm. And I think I'm just going to actually pass this right down to the clock, because the clock, I think, is what holds all of the alarms. I think these are all down in here, right? Alarms. Yeah, it's all down in here. Well, let's bring up that's what I was looking for right there. There it is. All right, so those are all the alarms. We also have daily alarms as well. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just pass this right on down into clock. So I'm gonna say clock dot check alarms, player starts turn. Okay. Did it declare it? What happened? Okay, it did declare it. All right. Interesting. Now, let's go back to that triggering code and see if we can get this logic right without missing it. Trigger time. What's this happening? What's happening here? Days from now. If days from now is not 0, then we don't really care about it. So we're not in battle. It's going to take forever. If trigger time is greater than future time, or if your last triggered is equal to day of year. Well, these are the daily alarms. That's cool. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about all those trigger time for daily alarms. I don't care about those. Pudding says it has the weirdest idea ever. We're stopping the show.
Go for Pudding.
Go.
Do tell.
Pudding, you've got to go for your weirdest idea. That's why we're here, really. It's not to do anything else.
You've set the bar now. Go on. Man of suspense is Pudding.
Or it could be some lag.
There is that possibility.
I can do that. What oh my is he doing? Is he doing George Takei's oh my? I'll go find out. I'll talk to him later. That's not weird. I'll do it for sure. Or is it his own oh my?
He thinks it is George, I believe.
Yeah. Oh my. Like that. He kind of says it like that. Okay. So this is good. Daily alarms we don't care about. If we've only got one check, that's so much better.
Yeah.
Trigger alarm. This is just, again, a double check in here. Okay? I want to make sure there's no break. There is a break in a for loop. Actually, I think it's going to be okay. Because we're going to compare, they're going to sort, and they're going to be okay. Because even if I've got end in turn and end of turn, start of turn,
Yeah.
they're going to sort and they're going to have the exact same time, which I think is going to be the start of the round.
Okay.
That's what I think. Okay. All right. So I'm just worried about this, you know, and like I said, this code works really well. I don't want to cause any bugs.
Yeah, it's been working well for a while now, and obviously we saw the reference there. It's been a year, just pretty much as you estimated. So keeping that stuff working is a good goal.
I could also do this. I could do that as well. You know, in other words, it's got to be really, it's got to be, if it's far enough ahead, and then because of sorting, we know no way we need to look at any other alarms.
Sure.
But I think I'm going to just keep this code and I can change it. Instead, I'm going to rely upon setting all of them at exactly the right time, is what I think I'm going to do, right? So if it's one round, it'll be 6 seconds ahead from now.
Yep.
So now we're going to say trigger alarm. If it's less than, then we're out. We don't care about that. Trigger time is less than this. This, I'm actually wondering, is there a problem here? Could we not be triggering alarms if we jump ahead? I thought we were doing that. I thought this was fixed, but this code looks... This code looks problematic. So this
Interesting.
line, and I'm going to say put this right here. All right, next.
Mark, I've just seen the time. I'm afraid I am somewhat late for departing, so I will have to depart now.
No, I get it. It's a solemn day. On the
Yeah.
show whenever you have to leave. You're coming back on Tuesday, right?
Oh, I am. I
Okay.
am.
All right, everybody. Let's play the sad music. Because we're losing Rory. Oh, you're still here.
Okay.
I thought you
Yeah.
I thought you.
I'll see you
Thought you were gone.
Tuesday, mate.
It was very sad. Very sad. Very sad that you're gone. All right. Okay. So now what I want to do is this is really, really weird. I'm setting the time for the time clock equal to the alarm trigger time. I think that's because we've advanced to a future time and we're just going through and pushing the time forward a bit at a time all the way through that. But I think what I want to do, there should be a special event where we get Rory on screen. I was thinking about doing that, putting as a cartoon version of Rory. That's what I was thinking about doing. There you go, Hugo. Just go play around in that space. Code's not important. Just block it up for me, man. I can just drown him in pudding. Yeah, we'll see. We'll think about that. So now I got to kind of trigger this, and I've got to visualize this. This is taking a little bit of time to visualize it. I think it goes like this. This is a rough version of it. But if the time is equal to the trigger time, and alarm round specifier is not equal to round specifier dot none, calling this. Only one call. All right, I think what I want to do is this. All right, I want to do this. And then here, I want to do this. Okay. And then in trigger alarms, down here, I want to say our future time is actually the current time. player is the character. The round specifier is the end of turn. And then down here, I want to trigger the same thing, but now I want to say this is going to be the start of turn. Okay, now let's look at this again. We're going to go down into trigger alarm. We don't need to worry about the daily alarms, getting those pieces coming in. If the time is equal to the trigger time, and now we want to make sure, we want to say if player equals alarm dot player. If it's not equal to that, so if the players don't match, or if the round specifier is not equal to the alarm dot round specifier, then we want to return and get out of here. Otherwise, we're going to fire the alarm, advance the time, do all of those things. I think this is a shot at working. I hope I'm right. Let's run it. Do I have a breakpoint in my magic? Let's go make sure I've got a breakpoint when we create the magic. Yeah, right in there is, we've got the breakpoint. Initialize player data. Gotcha. Gotcha, Hugo doll. Now you're burdened with a meteor. Thank you so much. I was just going to do that, Cutting Gorilla. All right. Here we go. Run this. Here's setting the alarm. I need to be in battle, actually, before I test this. Because this is going to... This code all feels correct to me. Let's get into battle. Yeah, it immediately is dispelled. Cool. And yeah, it looks like the dispel code is at least working. That's all good. So 6 seconds pass and it's immediately dispelled. We need to get into battle, so let's get into battle here. Can I do it with that button? I can. All right, we have initiative. Cornelia is first. I'm going to do a quarterstaff. Roll the attack. Looks like the dice didn't roll out, actually. Why didn't they? Club, roll the attack. There we go. Looks like no damage. I wonder why. Okay, so there's Cornelia. Now Merkin's going to go. Casting Ray of Frost. Roll the attack. There's the select target function. Here's the D&D time span. So notice the clock is stopped, 12:03:35. So the D&D time span should be 6 seconds. 1 count, 1 round measure. Okay, good. Create alarm. Now we're going to come in here, calling get time span on it. Which, what's it doing? My measure is round. So we're just calling 2 seconds on it, I think. I didn't see this go, but yeah, it looks like based on the CodeRush's dead code path de-emphasis, it executed this line of code. There should be 6 seconds going in there. Yep, 6 seconds coming in. Okay, there it is. It's sorted. Uh-oh. Is it because there's only one alarm? This count is 3 here. So my trigger time is null. That's my problem. I don't understand that. Why can't I look through these? Okay. Is it because I need to put the caret up here? You see them now? Not letting me out, unfortunately.
Special delivery damage.
It's like it's added a null and not alarm in here, and I'm not able to look inside this at all. I'm not able to do a watch on that. Keyword this not available in this context. I have to set it up again. Let's do it. Okay, let's enter combat. Retro CRT is with us. All right, we've entered combat. Kamasutra Cutterbuck is going to use her longbow with an ice arrow. She's going to roll the attack. Right, clear the dice. That's the start of combat. Time is at 12:08:37. Merkin's casting Ray of Frost. Roll the attack. Got only one alarm in here now. Snowball Swarm, that's for different, oh, play scene. That's, I see what's going on. Okay, getting that target. Creating this, creating the alarm, jumping in here, jumping out of there, jumping back inside. Here's where we had the problem before. We got a trigger time on both of these. Yes. Yes. What's the problem? Was it? Yeah, it's one of these. Sometimes I get these problems that don't make sense, and I think it might be edit and continue. Just a restart solves the problem. Okay, time clock. We created it. Round specifier is not none. We're going to specify the round specifier. We've already specified the player. We got end of turn. Cool. That all feels good to me. So, give magic. This code we've already checked. There's the roll. Spell missed. Now that's a totally different issue, but I should write it down. All right, so we have not advanced the round yet. When we go back to Thomasina, that should advance the round. Wait, let's have one more player. Little Cutie, great sword. Roll the attack.
Hit.
Okay, so now we have three players. Thomasina, Merkin, and Little Cutie. Come back over to Thomasina now. We're going to now Crimson King's Call. Crimson King's Call. She's going to, let's cast that spell. So now we've started Thomasina's. We haven't gotten to Birkin's yet. I'm hoping we have the breakpoints in there. I'm just wondering, do we really have the breakpoints? Can we do time clock? I'm going to set the breakpoints here and here and see what's happening. So we can get in there. Okay, she's going to do her longbow, her frostbow actually, with an ice arrow. There's her attack.
It's a hit.
Okay, now we're going to go to Merkin. So we're at the start of Merkin's turn as soon as he does anything at all. We just do a dagger attack. All right, check alarms player ends turn. So at this point, this should be Thomasina. Yeah, it's a she. So that's Thomasina. We've just, well, let's double check it. Say character.name. Thomasina. So we're ending her turn. Let's go into trigger alarms. I just want to, let's set a breakpoint here. So we're going to run. And now, player starting their turn, it's Merkin. Good. And we said it was going to be on the end of my turn. So we'll roll the attack. So now, at the start of the next player's turn,
Making contact.
we should
That is
trigger
a
the
hit.
alarm. Because even though we're 6 seconds ahead, right, we were at 37 seconds after, we're at the time to trigger. It's not been the right character to trigger it for. In fact, we should have a breakpoint in there. Not there, in here. We do. We have a breakpoint. We're looking for that breakpoint to hit. I'm gonna just move it up here and see what's going on with the data coming in. So go to Little Cutie, bring up her battle axe. This should trigger. So now there it is. So Merkin is ending. This should trigger the alarm. Trigger time is 8:57. What alarm is this? That's Snowball Swarm. Don't we have another alarm in there? Is my sorting algorithm causing problems? Ending spell Crimson Kingston. Oh, we don't have the other alarm we're looking for. Is it in daily alarms? Nope. That's a different one. How did we lose it? Did we not add it? I think I missed some important data. All right, so we're gonna have to do it again. All right, back to Thomasina. Longbow, run. Round 2. Roll the attack. Gonna cast Ray of Frost again one more time.
Max damage.
Ray of Frost. So Frost, roll the attack. Step into this. I'm not adding it, am I? Am I adding it? Should it? Hold on, maybe I'm wrong on this. 10 o'clock, create an alarm. Okay, so it's being added here. That's where we're adding it, right there. So now we've got the alarm inside of here. Reduce speed 1 turn, that's what we're looking for. The set time, the current time is 8:08:49. The trigger time is 55, 6 seconds afterwards. That's what we're looking for. Okay. We're sorting the alarms by when they're expected to go, which means I think it's going to show up in the first. There it is right there. So that's the first alarm to go off. When that clock goes to 55, the alarm should be ready to go. Run. Okay. We go back to Thomasina. Dagger. Trigger the alarm. What's my time? It's not there yet. Hold on. I think the line of code should be this. If the round specifier is not matching, then we get out. I think it's here. We've advanced the time to the trigger time because that happened externally. This code, I believe, is correct. This is not a bug anymore, I've decided, which is good. I think this might be what saves us. Okay, so ends turn. Now if I'm ending my turn, now we're going to trigger the alarm. Now they should match. Whoa, shoot. $12:08:55. 12:08:55. Oh, if it's less than or equal to. Yeah, I'm back to thinking this is a bug. We should trigger alarms in the past. I'm going to change this. I'm a little bit nervous because this code has been seemingly working all along here. If it's greater than or equal to time, then I want to set it to time equal to that. Trigger alarm is only called if the trigger time is less than the future time. So we could be jumping ahead like 5 seconds and we might have several alarms in there. So trigger alarm. I made some changes here. I almost feel like I might need to restart it.
Ooh, spectacular miss.
Okay, Thomasine is ending her turn. Okay, here's the alarm. Is the player matching? I don't think it is. Cast the spell again. Okay, we're at 12:08:55.
Serious damage.
What's alarm? What alarm are we firing? Snowball storm. Okay. What alarm are we firing now? Reduce speed 1 turn. This is, I think, the earlier one. Yeah, I'm a little confused. I'm gonna have to restart this, I think, is what I'm gonna do. Let's restart it so we got, I can get my bearings back. Initialize player data. All right. All right. I think we can clear this breakpoint for a little bit. All right. Go back to Thomasina. Enter combat. Okay. It says I'm first. Maybe I have to roll do me first. Let's do that. So we're going to do Ray of Frost. We're going to roll the attack. Put a nice double 0 on the clock. Now we're creating the alarm. Setting the round specifier to end of turn. So I'm looking for the end of my turn when the clock is at 25:06, right? There it is. There's the trigger time, 25:06. Okay, so we're looking for that. When I end my turn in the next round. So we're right now at round 1. We're going to switch to Little Cutie. Bring up her greatsword. Starting her turn. Roll the attack.
Look at that damage.
Okay. Go back to me. We're going to now, I'm going to use the club. And so we are ending Little Cutie's turn. The time matches. Good. So that's what I was looking for. 12:25:06. Notice the time clock. It's been advanced. So the time matches. And if this is wait. This looks absolutely wrong to me. Oh no, this is right. Sorry, I'm just not looking all the way across. So if the round specifier has been specified, the players have to match. They don't. You've got a round specifier on it. Good. Actually, let's go back to that a second. There's another scenario which we could be more than 6 seconds away. All right, so I'm going to roll my attack, taking my turn. Now, as soon as little Cutie takes her next turn, that's when I'm hoping that alarm is going to fire. All right. Got a bonus roll, it looks like, or no? Bonus roll's not coming out. Oh, I wonder if it's because I was at a break point for so long. All right, we're going to clear the dice. Maybe roll one more attack just to verify. Okay, there's my miss. Go back to Little Cutie. And now when I click on one of these buttons, we should get players are now equal. Time is at 25:06. Trigger time. It says it says less than or equal to. I guess what I really want to say, if trigger time is greater than time, then I want to set it. Advance it to the triggering time. Okay. Now we're going to fire the alarm. And now we're into magic on dispel. Okay, so in this scenario, it looks like it's working. Okay. That code looks like it's working. That code looks like it's working. Let's do something else so we can see it. I think we can do this. Let's see if we can do this. I'm not really working with events on this yet. But let's put in on dispel. We'll do, let's actually use our editor, code editor, to write the code because we've got IntelliSense over here. Let's see what happens with dispelled here. See if we can float that. So to make this work, we need to reload this data in, and we need to call the event on it when it's dispelled. So let's go back to magic on dispel. I think I want to call dispel magic on this. Dev Chatter raiding with a party of 26. Dev Chatter, welcome. That's my raid. That's my raid. My raid welcome music. Dev Chatter, how you doing? What's going on? I don't know what's up. Whoa! Wow. We got the battle music running from the Dungeons & Dragons show. That was kind of overlaying it. Brendan says, I wanted to wait for the end to do this. Yeah, you can't really wait. If you're going to say this, you know, you're going to come in there. Welcome. I got a new machine, so your fanfare doesn't stutter, Brendan. Welcome anytime you want to show up. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, everybody. How'd your stream go? Did you enjoy it? Was Brendan teaching you some amazing stuff? I'm in the middle of, I meant that you started the rage music, so I wanted to wait for the dinos. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a good stream. Good. Good, good, good. We did some of our old chatbot stuff. Okay. Well, I'm in Dungeons & Dragons world, trying to implement the game controller, the logic. I'm in the process right now of working with magic, so I can give magic to another player, and that magic will expire at the end of a player's turn or something like that. I'm writing that code right now. J-Stuff says, wow, I haven't been on the streams for a while. This was nice. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hugo says, oh snap, I don't have enough muffins for everyone raiding. You better get back to the kitchen, Hugo. I was working during the D&D game yesterday. Oh, okay, cool. I did not notice you. Yeah, it's getting not back. We're about to introduce, by the way, let me see if I can show you this. Can I bring this in? There we go. We're about to introduce this mapping engine into the situation here. So we can put our characters in, that sort of thing. Like that. That's what we're about to do. Haven't done that yet, but it's coming at some point in the future. So that mapping engine's coming in. Let me turn that off. We'll go back to the code. Yeah, so that'll be part of the show. For folks who are not sure what we're talking about, it's on a different stream. It's out at Dragon Humpers, twitch.tv/Dragon Humpers. It's comedy, Dungeons and Dragons. So we're, having fun while we're playing. with all the special effects from this show, which I think I can give you a taste of right now if we just run this. Let's run this and you can see a little bit of it. Fred, who's right over there, is on the show as well. Let's see, starting up. All right, let's initialize my player data. This window in the background is WPF application that controls via SignalR the overlays. By the way, Brendan helped us build the SignalR connection on the show. He was a guest. He helped us, he got us started with the overlays as well. We would not be here if he had not helped us out. So let's see, there we go. So you can just kind of see what's going on here. Let me move this out of the way. Or let's do this actually instead. Let's turn on just to give you kind of the theme of what's going on here. So there's Thomasina. She's gonna maybe cast a spell called the Crimson King's Call. And so we show the spell there. We show what spell slot she's got available. She's gonna cast that spell. And then she's gonna bring up her longbow. And then actually she's gonna go with ice arrows on that. So that's in front of her. She's gonna roll that attack. I also appeared on setting up your web hosting stuff. Yeah, so there it is. So you see the dice roll, the special effects there. We clear the dice off. All of that stuff was assisted by. We couldn't be here without Brendan. Let's go run. Let's fire Chaos Bolt, level 4. Roll the attack. Got some different damage types there, psychic and acid we get to choose from. Let me show you another one with a cool effect we built in here that's very cool. Dimension Door. I'm going to cast Dimension Door. Here it goes. Kind of cool. So, and it's doing a wild magic check, but rolls a 1, things go crazy. So that's what we built. It's pretty cool. And we're just in the process of, we want to fire an event off. We've got Ray of Frost here. And this is kind of getting down and dirty in the rules of D&D. But if you look over here, it says on the spell description up there, it says on a hit, the target takes 2d8 cold damage, no big deal. And its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. That fragment of a sentence is what we've been working on for about 2 days. We created a class called Magic, and the idea is that I, as the spellcaster, can give that magic to a recipient, like a target of the spell. And that magic is then going to need to keep track of the change until the start of my next turn. By the way, Brendan, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but one of the things we've built in here that's kind of cool is this syntax highlighted text editor. Let me get rid of the that so you can see it. It's that right here. And so we can come in and we can write code that's going to be fired off when the Ray of Frost spell is cast, for example. And so I can just do something like actually, let's not do it here. I think I've already got a float cleared text in here. Instead of doing spell name, let's pass in an interpolated string, and let's say we're going to say here's my spell name, but we're going to say Brandanaeus casts, like that. So now when we fire this event off, we should see, there it is right there. So kind of cool, right? We built this code editor with syntax highlighting. We've even added code templates to it as well. So if I come in here and I type in...
look at all that damage!
If I type in, for example, if, it fills in the parens. And if I type in like B, it'll give me the brace and the end brace there. So we've added some CodeRush-like features to the editor, including the shortcut bindings. So these are all things we did in the last couple of weeks. So that's kind of gives you a sense of some of the stuff that we build. We do visual effects on the show. We do implement D&D rules, and we do editing tools. That's kind of what's going on here. So speed is reduced by 10. What I'm now testing, I'm looking for, is the on dispel, which I think I have an event handler hooked up to it, or a breakpoint, I mean, actually set up on it. Up here, we're close with that event. Dispel magic. I was hoping to see a breakpoint there, but I don't. Let's set the breakpoint. So we just cast Ray of Frost. All right, let's go to another player, and let's. Oh, we're going to call Dispel Magic now? Oh, because we're not in battle? We're not in battle. Time has passed. Okay, so that's okay. Because I want to actually trigger that event inside of it. So we have the magic item, I think, in here is what we have. I thought I had a property called magic item in here. I do. Like a magic item dot trigger dispel. And I think I'm going to pass in this to this. That's what I'm going to do. So let's trigger that. Let's declare that method. In here we have a dispel event on dispel. So if it's got something on it, so let's do this. If it is null or white space, then we're going to return and get out. Otherwise, we're going to go evaluate what is inside there using our expressions evaluator. So I think we're going to say expressions.do. And we're going to pass in on dispel. And then we're going to go to magic. And do we have a player in there? We've got a caster. We've got a... We don't have a target, do we? Or do we have a target? What's going on with add target? It's just creatures. I'm going to do this. Target.from magic. So I'll create a magical target. It's going to contain all the creatures. And the casted spell, there's none. In this case, dice stop rolling data is null, and the custom data is null as well. Maybe I'm going to pass in. I'm going to say null for both of these. In the custom data, I'm going to pass in the magic. All right, so now I got to declare this target from magic. And I just noticed something. Hold on a second. I noticed caster's not working because I think caster is a creature and it needs to be upcast as a character. Okay, back to from magic. Do I have a spell target type in magic? I think for now I'm just going to say creatures is what I'm going to say. And then I'm going to go iterate through all the creatures inside of here. Targets. Are these available targets? Okay. Not sure if I'll be able to access this using edit and continue or not. Let's see. Oh, sorry, hold on. Picture. What's that? Looks better. Okay, so there's my From Magic call. Let's see what, maybe it's gonna work. So trigger dispel. So we need to execute this, which is gonna, if it works, it's gonna float, it's gonna float the word dispel. Right there. All right, so anything else we need to look at? Target From Magic, I want to look at that. So there's 2 monsters we added to that spell as part of our test. And dispelled. Cool. Super cool. All right. So now we know we can fire events off of it, and it's going to work. You know what I want to do is I want to clear all my breakpoints, disable all my breakpoints for a second, and I want to actually test it in battle. So we're not in battle right now. Let's enter combat. (12:46:39). 39 seconds on the clock right over there. And Fred's first. So Fred is going to use his Great Axe, roll the attack. Okay, Fred's gone first, 39 seconds on the clock. I'll go next. Ray of Frost. This is... Roll the attack. Okay, then there's the attack that's done. Going to do Little Cutie next. And Little Cutie, we're going to straight sword attack. We're going to go back to Fred. That's going to advance the clock by 6 seconds.
Look at all that damage.
Just saw your text out there, your post out there, Brendan. Figured you must have done something like this to handle your library of spells and such. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what's happening. All right, Great Axe again. Now we're in round 1. So the clock is advanced by 6 seconds. We're now 45 seconds after. Roll the attack. And it's until the end of my next turn.
Oh, so embarrassing. That was a spectacular miss.
Yeah, goes till the end of the caster's next turn. Okay? So we're looking to see that dispelled when we come in. So we're going to take a turn over here. I'm going to cast Fireball. There's my turn. Then we're going to switch now to Little Cutie, and as soon as I click one of these buttons, we should see Dispelled coming up, rising up, maybe from Little Cutie, I'm not sure. But we should see it when we click one of these. Here goes. Dispelled. Nice, from me. And I think that's because I'm the caster. So that magic that we cast is now dispelled. The effect is dispelled. It's been essentially reversed. All right, kids, I'm going to send you on. We're going to see who's out there streaming. Let's go take a look at that. bunch of those live coders out there we can send you to. Bald Bearded Builder is out there. We'll send you to Mr. Triple B since he showed up today. Said hi earlier in the day. Thanks so much, kids. We'll see you tomorrow. Here tomorrow, we'll finish this up, and then we're back Tuesday through Fridays. Thanks so much, guys.